and a one fish, two fish, and a one fish, two fish, and a red fish, blue fish, and a one fish, two fish, and a red fish, blue fish, and a one fish, two fish, and a red fish, blue fish. Look at that, there's sound. And there's the feral woman. And a red fish. How you doing, feral? Look at that, there's I've got an echo in the background. Hold on. There we go. So apparently I got on YouTube. So, and I think it looks okay to me. I'm not in my camera properly. I know that. Get myself into my chair a little better. There we go. There is that. I I appreciate you popping in. Thanks. What am I doing? I'm gonna, well, apparently my settings seem to be okay. I think I'm just gonna have to take a few more minutes when I stream on YouTube just to make sure I'm doing this right. So today, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time. You hear me clearly? Excellent. Sound is working. The picture seems to be working. Got Bongo the dolphin hanging out with us in the beach shack, and all our friends, ladies. And so you know what? Let's play with the bunny dip. Let's do this. There's 3D Loki's Tabitha. I'm gonna put that over there, and we're gonna try. This is where we left off, kind of with our posing. So the idea is, I know it's just more or less OBS pointed to YouTube instead of Twitch. So that seems to do the trick. I think my latency isn't too bad. I'm going to turn my volume on again, and I'm going to do a count here. My volume on again, and I'm going to do a count here. My volume on again, and I'm going to do a count here. Count here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. All right, I got a 4 count as far as latency. That's actually not too bad. So that's not as bad as the 13-second or 20-second or whatever latencies I've heard other people get, and I've gotten on other people's streams. So hopefully the latency's not too bad with you either, Farrell. Let's you posted a link for the bunny dip, and I've already forgotten where that was. I mean, there is the Barbara Walters one. You're actually seeing, wow, nice. Yeah, as you could hear, I was getting like a 4-second delay through my system, so that's nice. Oh no, wait, you're getting the sound with the, hey Charles, how are you doing? Welcome to YouTube. This apparently seems to be working. Let me know if anything isn't, I don't have my captions on. Let's get those up. I didn't turn my cursor on. Let's turn my cursor on. But that stuff should just be fine, because this just all goes through OBS. And I just basically forgot to do those. And there's the cursor. Put that away. Get the captions going. So I'm going to run over to my web captioner here. I probably should give them. Excellent. So we're going to try to do a bunny dip pose. I'm going to try to, I have the family Zoom call at 3 o'clock. So I'm kind of going to get off then. I have to scrub a floor at some point today. I've been putting that off for weeks. So let's do the start captioning. Let's get my, there we go, new window. This is the one that actually captures the captions you see above me. And this gets hidden down here. Oops, stop that. It's hidden down in here. I like this. OBS has got this nice little pop-out window here with the chat, so I can just hide that over to the side where you can't see it. I've got stuff to hide. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can figure out. So where's the Barbara Walters one? She's not wearing shoes. I should probably, when I get this extra tray down here, let's get rid of the extra tray. I'm gonna take my content library and I'm going to sneak it over to screen 2 for a little bit. We're going to put shoes on her. We're going to use my slinky slingbacks. Gee, imagine that. Chris is going to use shoes that Chris made. What the hell? I'm I am totally tacky that way. There we go. People, email. You made something for a touch of chaos, and you don't want to post it live because I used images I don't want to spread around. I'm gonna put your under DM so you can see. All right, yeah, I appreciate that. All right, I will not share that. And as always, yes, definitely let me know if you are showing me something but don't want it shared. Oh, brain stopped. It'll be back. Probably not. Yes, that's right. We're putting shoes on. We knew that. Oh, there they are. Slinky, 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 slingbacks. There they are. Here, I can put this back over here for a second. By the way, I made a safer stream Tabitha. Actually, it doesn't have Tabitha's body, but it's basically her head and skin with that cloth overlay that I made. You need a highlighting message option. Chris, I post you link there. What here in chat? I don't know. Can you post links in YouTube? I'm not sure. You link here. I'm not seeing the link. Maybe maybe YouTube blocked it. Brain stopped. There is the Barbara Walters video. We can watch that. Yeah, I figure. Is it in the Discord? Drop it in the Discord. We'll grab it from there. We'll take a look. Where's my Discord? Are you my Discord? You are my Discord. You were my Discord. You are my Discord. There you are. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the link in here. Did I just miss it? I did. You did post it on stream yesterday, but I forgot to copy it. But like I said, the Barbara Walters video is in my history. That's an easy one to find if I have to. And they do teach Barbara how to do the bunny dip. Actually, it's kind of funny to watch Barbara Walters' expressions at the ending with her male co-host, who who compliments her on how great looking she is. Here she is, a serious reporter, and his compliment is how good looking she was as a bunny. So, and of course, she's the one that got the bunny assignment. She's a. I think she was. I don't know if how she actually felt about that. Honestly, ERB need a fan. Okay. Uh, Train stopped. I'm getting shoes on. That's right. We're putting some shoes on because we've got to do the. We actually kind of have to pose the feet. So here, let's put these on there. I probably did. I save this with the pose? I did not. I probably should have saved that as a wearable with a pose preset. That would have been smart. Oops. I didn't want to save that. Dang it. My dad saves have gotten slow. All right. Get yourself a coffee. Let me check the Discord to see if something popped up over in there. General news. There it is. The Monday move, the bunny dip. All right. We're gonna. Can I post this into chat? Let's try. Let me try this. I'm the streamer. Let me see if it lets me post links. Send. That work. There we go. So we're gonna try this. So take a quick look at how this goes. We're gonna just turn the volume up a little bit on that. Are you done saving it? That is still saving in the background. Damn it! My dad saves have gotten really slow. Uh, let's play this.
Of the week. A tasty little
I
bit of
can't
goodness
hear her.
I give you to start your week off right with a wink and a smile. Each Monday, I post a new move for you to add to your repertoire.
So there we go. I'm going to just go through this real quick. Oh, weight on the right, pull the left forward, keep the shoulders straight, keep the body kind of straight as you go down. And try to keep the knees together. She's not there. She goes. Keep the knees together. She doesn't show the turn though, does she? She left out the turn. All right, we're going to have to work the turn in. All right, back. I just looked at the video. So it's kind of what I was thinking. There's the link there. I don't want to show it all because I'm afraid, YouTube will copyright strike me or something. We're just looking at the gists of it. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to put her weight on her right foot, which means we're going to tilt the pelvis a little bit. Sit on that. she did look a little bit, yep. And when you go down, you want to kind of keep the knees together, which means actually when we put the weight on this and tilt this down, the left foot will come out a little bit in front. There'll be a little bit of a bend in that. So here, let's set this. So we're going to set this up as our default pose. We're going to memorize that, and then we're going to bring her hips down. And I'm going to pose this arm somehow too. And I'm not worrying about the hands right now. I'll probably improve that later. You know what? But for right now, you know what? We're just going to put this right here next to the side for right now. So I'm just going to grab that and grab that. And we're going to come over to posing. Do I have both? I do not have both. Now I have both. Both of those just down a little bit. And we're just going to bend that down a little bit further. Like so. The other arm, that's what we set up yesterday, was that holding the tray position. We're going to start with this. Now we're going to get the legs into place. So I know, so the weight's on this, so it actually kind of has to sit on the under the center of gravity right about there. So if we make this say the way normally, if you go to 6, it's straight up and down. So, but we're going to want to go a little bit past that, somewhere maybe in about here, I think. We're also going to want to also, you know what? First, we're gonna rotate the pelvis. So this side has to go up because that's the side that has the weight. If we do this, kind of like that, then we got to bring this foot back under. We're going to have to adjust that foot just a little bit. 50D will get me onto the ground. One thing I like about G9, G, and G8 is moving the hip only moved to the bottom of the model and not the whole model. Well, not the hip per se, but the pelvis. There's a pelvis in here that just moves to the bottom. Yep. So the hip itself is actually on the whole model here. So if you actually do move the hip itself, that's that. But I think what you're thinking is the pelvis here. So the pelvis just moves. Yeah, it's kind of handy that way. All right, I'm going to get this foot flat on the ground. Oops, dang it. I fat fingered the render key. Uh, man, it's punishing me. Let's see if this will stop. Would you like to cancel? Yes, I would like to cancel. I did not mean to hit render. All right, we're going to zoom in on that foot there. Okay, so we're going to basically, I think I just have to twist it a little bit. And we're going to pull this foot up a little bit higher than that. Let's see, is it a twist? Yep, a little bit of a twist on there. So it's kind of flat. I think the front and the back is kind of flat, although we might want to bend it just a skosh. But I'm going to play with that later. We're going to take this foot, and I'm just going to pull it up for right now. So I'm actually going to pin that foot. So I can drag it about this. And what did I just pin? I did pin the foot. Why is it not? And this is actually going to end up a little bit forward. And we're going to bend that a little bit. We're going to put it into position a little bit later after we drop her to the floor and make sure that right foot is square on the floor. That's pretty close. We're going to take that up just, need it just a little bit. We are underneath looking at the shoe. So we're going to bend that right foot just a skosh. I think it goes back a little bit this way. And we're going to, oops, like that'll work. Maybe just a skosh more. Let's say 29. Let's pull. Gosh, this YouTube text is small. um, you had to redo the last post. You got an error on the first try. Dang it. All right, let's drag the entire figure up a little bit, just so we get that foot right about. Oops. Did I not? Oh, I clicked. I clicked through. Dang it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just make that unselectable. I do have this brass pole club from Daz in the background, but we've just made that so I can't accidentally click on it anymore. So this is this. There's another hidden Genesis 8 female in here, but we're not working with her today. So let's just translate this just a little. If I do 6.5, maybe 6.3. I'm going to bend that foot just a skosh more. Maybe 29.5. That's looking good. We're going to take that figure up just a pinch more. Maybe 6.4, 0.35. That's good. Well, that's pretty good. I think we can twist that just a hair. What if I say minus 10 on that? All right, that's pretty good for that foot. Okay, now we're going to position this. So if I leave that and it kind of sits right here, we're just going to drag that down. It's currently pinned. I should be able to just drag that kind of into place. We're going to have to bend a little bit because even though I'm dragging it, it's still shifty. Can I pull that out a little bit farther, maybe? Yeah, I have to see about posting links on YouTube. So I know I've allowed it in Twitch, but apparently YouTube's got a block on that. So we'll have to look into that. Because generally, yeah, because I think I'm the streamer, I'm allowed, which makes sense. Because you just don't want any rando. Generally, you just don't want any rando coming in and spamming links. But you're not a rando. So we want the friends to be able to post the links, but I'm not sure if I can fix that or not. I know Jay is able to mod people, so I have to look at possibly making sure Charles has mod powers, and then he can ignore it if he wants. No commitment. Some shorts and videos, and post your videos on YouTube channel too. You put a DM for you so you can see it now. You can. I'm gonna have to. Dang, more work. Charles is so demanding. Yeah, are we good? Well, you know what? I'm going to kind of go with that. I think this is going to be my base pose. So for this, we're just going to do a dip. So where was I in my content library? I was in my shoes. You know what? I'm gonna slip over into the bunny folder here, and we're just gonna save this pose. I'm gonna improve this at some point, but right now I want to kind of just because of the hands, I gotta. That's just a crappy hand pose, the default hand pose. But the rest of it's more or less good. The idea is we want to just basically bring the hip down, leave these feet in place, and then go back to this pose. So today, and we're going to try this with an animated timeline. So the idea is somewhere about, I think we'll do 60. So if you, 1,000 down, 1,000 back up, might be 1,000 down, hold, and then so what we're going to do here, let's do this. Let's set this to 90. I don't know, maybe I'll just, you know what? I'm going to just kind of pose the hands right now before I forget about it. Just going to put a, just relax these a little bit. We're going to just do this. Let's just expand the hand out. Take the thumb. I'm going to come over to posing where I can move multiple parts at once. You know what? We're just going to kind of bend that a little. Maybe take this, put it up or down a little bit. Like so. Then we're just going to kind of bend these. I think I'll bend the carpals too. Let's try that. Let's grab all of this stuff. Let's bend it just a little bit like that. A little more natural. I'm going to bring in, then we're just going to go side to side. Can I side to side the carpals? Yep. Let's bring that in a little bit. I'm going to leave this one in place, and then we'll maybe bring these in a little this way, just so it's not the default pose. Like that. You know, a little bit of a bend in that hand. Maybe straighten it. Let's put a little bit of a bend in here. And I'm going to bring that arm back just a skosh. So let's just take that shoulder back just a little. Take that arm back a little. Back. I think I'm going to leave. I'm going to, you know what, that? Let's put a little more onto the side. Maybe more in about. Maybe we'll straighten that up a little bit. Maybe bending that wasn't a great idea. Oh, I heard a noise. Hey, Charles, subscribe to my channel. I'm taking that's what that was. Thank you, Charles, for that subscription. Of course, YouTube subscriptions are like Twitch follows. So I think I'm going to go with that. So that's going to be my base pose. Let me save this. We're going to just stick this right here. That's probably going to, at some point, replace this whole serving tray pose. Um, Actually, we can do that right now. We can just, no, I want to just save this as a separate pose. What happened? Did you not see the thing on the screen that said Charles had subscribed? I saw it on my OBS. It should have gone through to you. Hey, Dominic, welcome. How are you doing? Do I know you from Jay's stream or something? I'm testing YouTube, and apparently it went relatively smooth. So I'm making a bunny dip pose animation for this new outfit I'm working on. That's what we're doing today. So a short little test stream. Yep, Jay's Discord. All right, cool. Thank you for joining us. So this is my base pose. Let's save that so we can reapply it at the end. So the idea is she's going to go down, She's going to do the dip, and we're just going to have her dip. She's going to dip, and then somewhere about here, she'll come back up into her default pose. Real bunny dip is you dip down and then you serve by turning almost backwards to serve a drink. It is the most awkward motion ever devised by, certainly not by one of the waitresses. Nobody who had to do that thought that was probably a good idea. Probably Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner thought it was looked awkward and cool. The whole idea is to keep them from bending over and falling out. I think that was the main purpose of the bunny dip. Is you bend over a table. All right. I got to save my pose. That's right. We're going to save the pose. Pose preset. There we go. You saw it. Charles saw it. There you go. Yes, all while wearing 3+ inch heels. Exactly. So this is going to be I'm going to call this bunny pose. Bunny, bunny. Do I want to actually say bunny licious? Bunny licious pose. 01. I'm going to do that. We're going to save that out. I'm going to come up with this. So stuff I do not need. We do not need to save general. We do not see actor, hidden, or pose controls. I'm not using any pose controls, or at least I hope I'm not. We're going to uncheck most of the head so it doesn't zero out the expression every time. So we kind of have to drill down through here, down to the head, abdomen upper, chest lower, chest upper, neck lower, neck upper, head. Um, so I do want to pose the position of the head, but I do not want to pose any of this stuff. Have you ever applied a pose and had it wipe out your expression? This is why. So we're just gonna uncheck all of this stuff just to make sure that do I want to, and I don't want to pose the eyes either. I'm going to let the eyes just stay because that's another thing that drives me crazy about poses sometimes is I don't know, do we want to pose the eyes or not? I don't think so. I think I'm going to leave the eyes unposed. So if you but we're twisting the head, so let's go ahead and change the eyes. So we will pose the eyes. We'll do that. All right. I'm going to save this. Ideally, if you put an expression on there, this won't wipe it out. What are pose controls? Pose controls are things I'll show. Let's accept this. Let it do its thing. It's probably going to save a thumb, so this might take a little bit of time. So pose controls are things that will like pose an entire hand into a fist or something, twist an entire torso. So I was careful to pose the hand without using pose controls. There's also a way to save poses without those, but I will show you a pose control in just a second when this gets done. So saving. Shouldn't take this long, but it does. My dad's has been saving slow recently. I may need to rob a bank and get a new computer. That might be the list of things to do. I should have gotten coffee. I did get coffee earlier. I got coffee when I started, and that was like when I say started, when I started setting up the stream to YouTube, it took like 40 minutes before I even went live. You probably have, yeah. You probably just don't call them pose controls. I am not an animation expert, so probably going to get some stuff wrong here. Still saving. There we go. We're done. Finally, we say here's a pose control. So if we come up to our parameters, go down in here. Let's select our Genesis female here. Right. So there's this area here. It's really hard. My contrast is really crappy. Um, right here, there's a section in your character called pose controls. And if you look at those, for example, um, is there a hands? So, for example, if you look at hands, we look at hands. You have things like this. Um, you know, like right hand fist, right? That controls everything in this hand all at once. And then this is tied to all the joints further down in the figure. So I don't like to save those. Yeah, that's going to be a tricky part, getting the feet not to slide. I'm going to try, because they're probably going to move, and I'm probably going to have to put them back. So I might need to make a copy of her just so I can make sure the feet are kind of lining up. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop over to frame 30, and then I'm just going to take her hip, and we're just going to pull it right down. I'm going to pin this foot. Actually, let's try. Yeah, let's do that. Let's pin that foot. I have a shortcut for that. So now both of the feet are pinned. I know pin option should be better. And we're just going to grab the hip, and we're just going to bring it down, and I'm just going to try to arrange it. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to just do this. I'm going to slow things down. We're going to just make a copy of her. Shift D. So hopefully I can put the feet back into place. Yeah, I mean, ideally, if I move this, the feet shouldn't move at all, but it does never really does that, right? That's the way IK is supposed to really work. And then you have the way Daz implemented it. Mm, mm, Okay, I think I got my copy in here, right? Yep, we're gonna hide that. So what I'm going to do is after we pose this, I'm going to bring the copy in, and then we can realign the feet back up. It kind of works. So if I move stuff, they don't actually stay exactly in place, I've noticed. As I'm like dragging them around, they keep changing orientations and things. But maybe I'll get lucky. So we're going to take the hip, and we're just going to pull the hip straight down. There we go. A little bit of a dip. You know what? I'm going to shift the weight a little bit forward here. Like that. We're going to have to put those knees back together. See, here's what we're talking about. See why I brought that down? That foot moved, despite the fact it's pinned. Maybe turn and then move. Hey, that's an idea. Let's redo that. Try that. Go back up. Go back up. There we go. All right, let's turn limits. Let's make sure I got limits turned off on everything. Um, I always forget how to turn limits off. Can I just do that for the whole figure? I think I've got to turn. I think I have a little shortcut up here. Let's just make sure. Let's look at that foot. Actually, let's go from the leg down. I'm going to just grab all of those. I'm going to make sure they are unlock limit tree. So that is all unlocked. There's a little handy script I purchased that does that. Let's try it with the other foot now. I'm going to actually start from the shin. And we'll just expand all of those out. Select all of that and unlock those. So ideally, let's just double check into the parameters. Dang it. So this bend. Okay, that is not a limit. All right. All right, so we've turned the limits off on the shins and the feet. Let's see how this goes. All right, let's grab the hip. All right, I'm just going to do the same thing I did before. We're just going to take the hip and bring it down a little bit, and that foot still moved. Maybe I have to take the limits off on everything. Shift X. Did I? Yep, I expanded everything. So let's just do that just to make sure. I'm going to give it the complete benefit of the doubt here. Those are eyelashes, so that's outside. I probably have too much stuff in here, but let's do this. It's thinking. It's thinking. Still thinking. It's just going through every body part and slowly going limit off, next body part, limit off, next body part, limit off, next body part. Okay, I think did it stop there? All right. So I should have no limits on anything in here. Or at least I got selected. Let's try this again. So we're going to just grab the hip and we're just going to pull that down. And that foot is still going where it wants to go. One foot stayed in place. The other foot just refuses to. And do I have that locked? Let's just double check my pins. I mean, fair enough. I might not. I might have screwed up. But I'm pretty sure I have. If we do this, right? Oh, I don't have my rotations pinned. Let's try that again. Why do I not have my rotations pinned? I always thought I had the rotations pinned. In rotation. Stop that. Undo, 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 undo. Let's just make sure my rotations are pinned. There's my problem. That one's pinned. How come one was pinned and the other wasn't? Crazy ass Daz. I pinned them both the same way too. That's annoying. All right, now let's try this. I'm gonna grab the hip, pull this down. All right, now it's sort of staying in place. I can see it moving a little bit, but it's a little bit better than it was before. You should select the node in the viewport and press space. It will pin both. Yeah, my control P is supposed to do that. So if I control P, or is it shift P? I forget. I have a shortcut that pins them and it's supposed to work. Alt P, I forget. Shift P, P. See, now I can't do it. That's people are watching. If you select it and hit spacebar, that seemed to do. Why does that? I never know that before. All right, we're gonna undo that. Undo that. Unpin. See, now my shortcuts aren't working anymore. Does it toggle? It toggles. Okay. Okay, so that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to adjust her a little bit to get it better. Yeah, thanks for that. Let's rotate that leg in a little bit. You know what? I'm just going to do this. Bring that in a little. Now let's bring this leg in a little. Still got the wrong leg selected. Bring this leg in a little. There we go. Maybe somewhere in there. Just to try to get the knees together when you bend down. I think I'm going to pull her forward just a little bit. Actually, we're going to tilt her just a little bit too, because that's just kind of naturally what people are going to do. And that arm needs a little bit of adjusting. What happened to that arm? Oh, my arm got messed up. Dang it. I didn't even notice that. Put that arm back. That somehow I twisted the collar. Oh, so let's put the collar back. Go. Let's see. Okay, that's better. So let's test this. Wait a minute. Did that not? Dang it. Apparently when I went back, I didn't go back all the way. Copy you. Come back to 0. Actually, let's reapply my base pose here. Is that going to wipe out my animation? That's okay. We haven't gotten that far. Did you not? What the frick? Come on. Come on. Find my pose. It's not resetting the collar. Oh, Farfignugan. You know what? I'm going to clear animations and we're going to reset this. Edit. Figure. Clear. Figure. Let's try this. I had it posed though. That was kind of, I needed to set it back. I didn't need to restore it back to its default. Oh, and I accidentally it it somehow got set up that way. Is my animation still in here? Nope. Okay. But it's funny, you can see the thumbnail doesn't look like this. What did you do to me, Daz? Also, I lost Tabitha and her face. Oh, that's because I did the reset. Never mind. Can we undo back before here? And then I'm just going to reset pose, and then I'm going to apply this pose, and I'm going to grouse about how this thumbnail does not look like what I'm ending up with. Okay, there's Tabitha. Let's go back to parameters. Let's just reset the pose. Come back in here. Let's reapply this pose. I can totally see that cuff right there in my thumbnail. And yet somehow something in here got screwed up. Let me just double check and make sure there aren't any weird pose controls activated. So there's Tabitha's head, and those are just a bunch of partial controls. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to reset that. Did you not reset? You got memorized in a bad spot. What the hell? No, wait a minute. There it goes. That's just being slow again. And nope, it did not restore. I apparently memorized it in that. Oh, and it did reset the. Dang it! I had the. I could have sworn I had the color. I hit Control E. Let's try this again. All right, there is that. All right, I have the collar selected. I'm going to just Control E should just reset. There we go. We're going to spin that down a little, like that. All right, I'm going to save this. She lost her smile. That's okay. And she's also not on the ground anymore. So let's get her back like that. Let's just make sure those feet are actually flat. Pretty close. Let's resave this pose. Pose preset. I'm going to overwrite the Bunnylicious pose. One, yes to that. Uncheck all the stuff we don't need. Nope. I could expand all of this, but then I get a lot of noise. Yeah, I could just expand from here maybe. Expand from chest lower. Does all of that. So I don't actually need that. That expanded. We do want this. I need all of these expanded, so we'll close them up. I'm going to check them off. I do want to pose the eyes though, so we're going to do that. So I'm going to check off pose controls. That I don't want to bother with the ears. I certainly don't want to be changing the face rigs. So let's accept that. Look at how fast that saved. I, I swear to God, that thumbnail writing in Daz is horrible. So I just double click. It shouldn't change anything. All right, we're good. So are my feet still? Just double check the feet, make sure they're still pinned. Yep, okay. Let's pull the hip down. I'm over at 30. Did I not clear that out? Dang it, I lost. Well, the arm went back. That's good. Let's see how this is looking. We just want to dip down and dip back up. That's our objective here. And those knees should come together. I should probably put them a little closer together in the initial pose. Then she bips down. Well, later on, I'm going to add a twist to that, as if she's serving a drink or something. I've seen when they practice the pose without a drink, they just turn and kind of point to the spot on the table. So she basically has to twist a little bit, bring the head around so she's looking towards you. They almost have their back to you. All right, let's stop that. Actually, let's save this spot right here. Let's stop. Let's save this as a pose. Well, I might need to reapply that over here, I think. Let's see how this works. Same thing we did last time. Pose preset. I'm going to make you funny delicious pose 02. There's a way to save animations. I'm going to have to figure that out here real quick. I think it's just a pose, and I think there's a checkbox somewhere, isn't there? Animation range. There we go. Right there. So if I was saving this as an animation, we would, and we're going to do that. We're going to have to just set this range. And this is a short stream, so I'm going to call this quit in about 10 minutes or so after I get this animation saved. Call it a day there. And thank you all for being here. What am I doing? I'm doing the thing we did before, right? You know what? I'm just going to drill down. This tends to be a little faster than that expanding everything turned out to be. Head, and we're just going to check these. I'm going to leave the eyes, check these, and I'm going to accept that. And that's writing a thumbnail because it really doesn't take Daz that long to save. But for some reason, it takes it a long time to save a thumbnail. I don't know. Or it's just crazy. This is painful. Yes, at least the YouTube's working. So test stream, mostly successful it seems. This is more or less looks like what I do on Twitch, right? So the OBS was easy. I could just use my existing OBS setup. It's just a matter of connecting it, the stream out to. I'm just going to double check and make sure I'm not streaming to Twitch. That would be but I don't think I can do that. There should be no way I should be accidentally streaming over to Twitch. Nope, just definitely less lag. All right, cool. Are you still? You're still saving. You're still saving that stupid pose. Lag is barely noticeable. All right. Well, well, I'm seeing force. Well, the real lag is if I type something and then say something. So if I do this, I'm going to type message in the chat, and then I'm going to hit enter and say message. Nope. Oh, I hate this. I can't hit. I have to send. So, all right. And one, two, three, send, and messages in chat. So there's the latency. You saw a delay between when that message appeared in chat and when I said it showed up. Oh, it showed up immediately. Okay. All right, we're good. We're moving along. Can I just apply this pose over here? And will that lock that in as a keyframe? But nothing changed. I think that locked it in as a keyframe. We're going to come back out to here. Let's reapply pose 1 and back. Let's do this. It showed up before. Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's that latency, the time between when you saw the message in chat and the time when I said I sent it. And that foot's moving again. What the hell? They're both moving again. She's dipping through the ground. Why is she dipping through the ground? Is it? She dips through the ground and then they come back up at the last second. Why? Why you got to do that, Daz? They don't go anywhere. And then they come up and then they swoop back down. Daz is adding extra motion to the feet. This is that slippery feet problem we're talking about, right? I know it's a stupid curve in there for the feet. I'll have to look into that. I'm not an animation expert, and I know there's a curve in there somewhere that's causing it to do that. And it's just plain annoying. I think that's the slippy foot problem that people are always talking about. It's like they're in the same spot here and here, but Daz is insisting on curving it out. Anyhow, you know what? I'm going to call it a day here. Thank you all for being here. Dominic, it was nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Farrell! And of course, CS Bond too. Um, you just have to select the legs and set key. Yeah, I've got a, like I said, I'm not a expert on the animation, so I'm going to look into that. Thanks for your pointers, Dominic. I appreciate that. I'm just going to leave that, and we're just going to turn the stream off here and call it a day. And I think Thursday I will try streaming on YouTube again. Tuesday or Thursday. I will be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. on Twitch. Um, and we will be doing Marvelous Designer Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Marvelous Designer Monday over on the Twitch. And then I'm not sure, I will announce in my Discord. I don't have any of my commands set up. I have to get my bots into this chat because I don't think any of this is going to work. I have to figure out how to set up my bots to work with YouTube. That's the next thing. So hold on. Let me drop my Discord link in. Let me drop my Twitch link in. Well, my Twitch link's easy enough. Oh, where is that? Here's my Twitch link. So if you're not following me on Twitch, feel free to go join me over on the Twitch. That why did you not copyright? Freaking copy paste. Let's try this. Oh, and I hate this. That worked. That did not come in as a link. what What the hell are you doing? Is you is YouTube saying, "Hey, that's a Twitch link. We're gonna fuck with you." There we go. Let's try this. There's the link to my Twitch. Let me drop in the link to the Discord if you're not already over there. Let's copy this. I got to take a look at what Charles sent me, but I'm not sharing that on stream. So where is my? There's my Discord. There's my Discord. There's my invite people. Uh, Copy. Does this work? I heard a noise. Try that. There's the Discord. Feel free to join. I will announce in the Discord whether I will be streaming on YouTube on Tuesday or Thursday, or both, or how this is going to work out. And anyhow, thanks everybody for being here. Why was there a noise? I didn't see something flash up though. Oh, that was you. Okay. Oh, were you giving a follow to the Twitch? That's probably what happened. I appreciate that. All right. So anyhow, yeah, I will be back on Twitch Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Marvelous Designer Monday. We will be making clothes of Marvelous Designer. Then Tuesday, Blender stuff. Thursday, I will be texturing stuff. And I'm not sure if those will be on Twitch or YouTube. We'll see what's happening. Anyhow, thank you all for being here. I'm just going to turn the stream off. So, hasta la vista, baby. I got my hasta. Where's my hasta la vista, baby? There it is. So, hasta la vista, baby.